this is going to be is an arrangement, but I've never done anything like this before. So this is a top hat that I got from the at-home store. I got it last year, and I think it was $19.99. You can see, there's a hole if you want to do it, but I've decided to do the arrangement on the top. So what I've done here is taken gas, which is basically foam sealant in a can that you can get at the home improvement store, and I've sprayed a little bit on here. It expands to about twice the size, so it was a lot smaller and shorter when I started this. So what I'm going to do is cover this in some moss and then put in a bunch of, I've got different florals and greenery, and then I've got some really fun decor items to kind of add to the top. And this is all going to go in my booth that I have at Painted Tree Naperville that I have the grand opening this weekend. So I am super, super excited about that. Cannot wait. So what I'm going to do first is bring out, this is Spanish moss, available at any, floral and craft store. This stuff smells, but it's got to cover that up so we don't see it. So, and I keep it inside another bag because it's messy everywhere. So I'm going to start pulling some of it out. And kind of, what I do then is, kind of looks like a little toupee, right? Looks like a little baby toupee. And there's a leaf in it. Let me get that out. I don't leave it super dense. I will kind of pull it apart a little bit. There's a chunky piece. Okay, let's get this off of here. Flip it over. Yuck, gross. All right, then I'm going to start putting hot glue on here. I'm going to start just kind of putting it here on the side and the front. I haven't been live in a while. I was on vacation, and then I started with Painted Tree, so then I had to really make a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to have these same items available on Etsy that I have in my store. I don't want to have to worry about if something sells, having to run over there and grab it out of inventory. So kind of did that. All right, now I need another glue stick. This is my favorite glue sticks, Gorilla hot glue sticks. And I use the big ones. Go big or go home. So I'm going to put that in there. And I have no makeup on. I'd show my face, but nobody needs to see this morning. All right, let me see if there's any questions. All right, here I go. I'm going to go around. This is not the fun part of making arrangements. Doing the moss. This is the least fun part. But, let's get that icky part over with now, and then we can go have some fun. So, I hate when it sticks on my glue gun. All right. Put that down. It shouldn't take too much longer. Got another handful of the gross stuff. I mean, I could put this, I could slide this in afterwards, like when it's all done, and kind of just poke it here and there. I don't like to do that because then I end up getting hot glue on my nails. And I like my manicure, which I obviously need because, 4 or 5 of my fingernails have fallen off because I'm way overdue. All right, let's go on the back side. Let me get my moss first. I usually end up getting my Spanish moss from Hobby Lobby. I like the kind that they have there. It's from Walmart. I like Walmart Spanish moss. But unfortunately, the Walmart by my house closed. Who's ever heard of a Walmart closing? Like, what the heck? I was not happy about that, man. Very upsetting, mostly because they had a Dunkin' Donuts inside. So that stinks. But all right, here we go. Come on, Uncle Sam. Spread out a little bit more here, buddy. Here we go. Let's get this done. Like, once this is on there, it's not going to take that long to actually get everything kind of stuck in there. This is the gross part. And I wanted to make this yesterday, but I really wanted to give the gaps and cracks about 24 hours just to make sure it's fully baked on the inside. Just because it's hard on the outside doesn't mean it's hard on the inside. It's too early to make a dirty joke about it, but infer what you will. All right, here we go. All right, what I like to do then is, once it's kind of all done, I'm going to go around. I'm going to trim anything that's like hanging over, anything that's a little excess. Like, we don't need that hanging there. We don't need that hanging there. And there might be some that are kind of like in here that's not really attached, so... Oh, and I found a little empty spot here, so I'm going to take some of the extra stuff that fell. A little glue right there. There we go. A little glue. Cover that right up. Perfect. All right. Now, because I can do this, I'm going to shake it out, because you see how some of the moss got down there. Shake it out. Make sure it all gets off. And then I'll kind of sweep that into my little garbage pail. Let me put that over here for a moment. Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Yeah, making a mess. Here we go. Here's my garbage can. Just sliding it right in. Alright. So now, we come back and we have this lovely base that we can start with. And this is really light. This is all made out of paper. It's like a really thick kind of cardboard, which made me worried at first about putting gaps and cracks on it, but it worked, so I guess I don't have a crack problem. All right. The black glue gun I am using is this is just a Shore Bonder dual temp. This I got from Walmart. I mean, it was like $9.99. I've gone through a couple of these. I like smaller ones so I can get into smaller spaces. I like ones with a cord because I don't remember to charge stuff. So that's kind of the one that I go with. It works pretty well, and then that way if it dies, I'm not like super heartbroken, but I do tend to get attached to my supply, my tool, so if I have to throw it out, it's like a sad day, and I go into a period of mourning, and I wear all black and the whole thing. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some greenery first. So this came out of a bush. It came on one stem. This is called 60919. That's the SKU number. And I got this from DecoExchange. And this comes in multiple different colors. But this is my very first time using the blue. So I'm super excited about using the blue. So I've kind of trimmed it off the bush so it's in its 3 pieces. I can stab directly into the foam. I want to make sure that you've got a good view of the hat so you can see what I am doing. Okay, so this has a front on it. So this kind of will be the front of the arrangement. This won't be an actual centerpiece per se where, I mean, you can look at it from behind and it will look nice from behind, but I will have a bow, possibly. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a bow or not because there's already one down here. And I like this bow, so I'm actually going to keep it. But I'm going to try to go maybe about that with the height. I don't want to go too tall because I don't want it to be twice the height. Probably maybe just probably. Okay, well, I lied. I guess I am kind of going twice the height. I could always trim some of this off, which I think I may do. All right. So I don't have a glue pot. Well, I do, but I don't use it because sometimes it gets too hot if I accidentally hit it, and then it warps my plastic cutting mat. So I like to be able to control more of where exactly on here the glue is going to go. But I did have a bad glue gun accident earlier this week where I got a big old blister on my finger. That was super fun. Okay, this one's going to go in the center. Okay, and I got some more. I do have another one of these bushes if I need to do another one. Let me take out, make sure these are, there we go. I like to spread it all out to give it some room to breathe because we are going to put in some other greenery in here as well. So I want to be able to have room where it can poke in there if need be. Okay, I'm going to kind of go in. Ow, glued myself again. Going a little on an angle. I don't want to push too hard either because I don't want to end up going through the top of the top hat. That would not be good. Okay, now I'm going to come in on the other side. I think I'm going to trim a little bit of this off here as well. I just don't want to poke through the top of the hat. Not that you'd really see, but I don't want to compromise the integrity of the top hat. Which every time I say top hat, I keep thinking of, you guys remember, like, if you're older than 50, like me, you'll probably remember the cartoon Top Cat. Top Cat. Da, 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 da. I don't remember the rest. There we go. This is looking out cute. I think I am going to use another piece from, this is what the bush looks like when it comes out of the package. I think I'm going to use this back one here because I want to make sure I add some back here. So maybe I'll use one or two of these. And these are about, I think, at DecoExchange, I think they're roughly around $8 a piece. But every time they come in, they sell out quickly because everybody has learned how wonderful these pieces are because there's so many different items in there and the texture, and it's wonderful. I couldn't understand the hype at first. People would be like, 60909 is in stock, and everybody would lose their minds. And I'm like, it's a bush, relax. No. It's not. It's not a bush. It's magic. Okay, a little over dramatic on that. Sorry, but I'm gonna keep going. I want this to be full. I think I'm going a little bit fuller than I intended, so I'm gonna put the rest of these pieces in here as well. Because why not? I'm being crazy. I'll clip this. I'll glue it, and then I'll check the comments. I don't have my my iPad up and running to be able to see comments as I'm doing this. So I apologize if you're asking questions and I'm not answering. Get in there. The crunchy, crunchy foam sound. Love it. All right. And one more. I'm going to snip off the top one. To do this in pieces and parts. If I weren't live, I would get out my stem cutter, also from DecoExchange. Shameless plug, link in bio. But it's behind me, and I don't want to make a mess. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to glue the last piece. I'm going to put that last piece right over in here. Or am I going to go toward the front? Well, see, I can pull these toward the front to get some front coverage. Okay, see how I can kind of move that around, pull it toward the front. This is giving me great coverage. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. It is going to be hard to sell this one. I've had this hat for a year. I bought this a year ago at the at-home store when they had their clearance sale. And I think I got it for $10, if not less, because I had my eye on it. But I'm going to definitely look for more of these this year because I was going to use it as the topper on one of my tomato cage trees. And then I ended up going with the bow instead, because the blues just weren't quite the same blue. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far. Push it back there, you can kind of see. I'm trying to pull my camera back further so you guys can have a bit better of a view. Could you use Oasis and not that hard foam? I mean, you could use green foam. And just glue it on there. I wouldn't recommend hot glue, though. I would use some E6000 to make sure that stays on top of there. But yeah, you could absolutely do that. Let me see if there's any other questions. Yeah, glue guns. Oh, the burns. Oh, you were a florist. Oh, Denise, that's awesome. Do you still do things as well? I know probably working with live florals is different than working with floors like this, but okay. So now we are going to look at what florals I have. No, you goodies stay there until later. So I have, I think these might be geraniums, or no, these are hydrangeas. Yeah, I think these are hydrangeas. I'm not really sure. They're the pretty white flowers I got from Joanne. And I think they had 50% off their florals. I bought these last week, so these were $5.99. I think these were on sale. They had a sale. All of their $5.99 florals were $2.99. And I got this there as well. This was $9.99 and then half off. I like this because of the blue. However, I already have a lot of blue, so I am going to be putting this one aside. I may not use it on this project. And then I have a bush of these red daisies, and I do have more if I need it. But the only thing I wasn't thrilled about is the yellow center on these, but I have red roses, but I don't feel like roses are the appropriate flower because this is already kind of looks like a whole wildflower thing. So I just would rather go with, I don't know, something that had a bit more movement. So what I do, and not everybody does this, is I'm just going to cut all the stems off at first. I will adjust their length later. I just want to be able to get them individually separated. And I can take a look. So I've done that with the red. Now I'm going to do that with the white. Now some of these are actually coated with this long tubing, and I'm not really sure why. Here, I'll show you in a minute. I don't know what this is for. It's got this tubing on here. I don't know what that's for. I think it's to keep it straight so it doesn't completely bend and stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to need that. But I'll trim it off and we'll see what happens. I'm winging it here, flying by the seat of my pants. I guess it's a good thing I decided to wear pants today. It's a rare day Linda decided to put on pants. However, I'm still not wearing a real bra. I refuse. All right. So these can probably just go straight in. This might be a little long. I'm going to trim it just about 1.5 inches. Because I don't have to go all the way down in the foam with this. But I'm going to start kind of in the center. So we'll see. I got to put some glue on there because apparently these lift right out of this little tube that I've got here. Ooh, glue snot. Glue snot. All right. Okay. All right. That's looking cool. I like it. I want to make sure I've got some in the front, so I'm gonna, it's a littler one. I'm gonna go kind of shorter on this one here. Yeah, here we go. Ugh, it's kind of hard to get it in my snips. I got to kind of push it, make it a little oblong just to fit in there. The snips do work. And again, from DecoExchange. Love these snips. Link in bio. Shameless. Linda, you're shameless. As I should be. All right. Because the tip of this is not, the tip is blunt, so it's kind of hard to get it in there. I mean, once it's in there, it's all right, but get in there. There we go. Okay. We finish putting in the ones that have this. Not a fan of the tube. Pain in the butt. And I got to glue a little bit there because this comes kind of right out of the tube. So I got to make sure that that's not going to actually, come out. I don't want people lifting the florals out of this thing. Just left with a bunch of tubes at the end. Ooh, 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 hot glue, I touched the glue. Ooh, ooh, and I touched it on the existing blister that I have. You idiot, Linda. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. All right. Get in there. Don't you fight with me. I am your mother. You listen to me. Get in there. All right. Sorry, got my shoulder view. It's my shoulder. All right, let me see where else. I'm going to put some a little further in. This fortunately has just a regular normal stem with leaves on there. I like that it's got some leaves because I want to try to cover up some of this moss down here. And the leaves should do the trick. Try to pull the leaves kind of a little bit down toward the bottom. You can see it kind of pushed toward the bottom there. There we go. Whoa, Nelly, stop collecting on there. All right. I don't know if this is going to go or not. Oh, good. It moved up a little. Oh, no, it came off. All right. See these little, oh, first of all, let's get the moss. This is why I hate working with the moss. Look at that. It's all over my fingernail. Not that it matters because they all broke off anyway. And they were my real nails too. That's what hurts the most. They were my actual nails. But I went too long without the manicure, and then the ends kind of pop up and then they get caught and then it just rips the whole nail. And I gotta say, it hurts. It really hurts when I do that. All right. I do have an extra stem of leaves. I'm going to put this aside because I might use it later. This is a littler one. I know I'm going to use that. Probably right back under here. See, there's some empty space there. And I don't want to be able to see too much of that. So we're going to go right in here with that. There we go. All right. Coming around. I'm going to use some more of these. So I'm going to go cut this tube again. It drives me nuts. All right. Adding some glue. This time I think we're going to go maybe like here. So make sure I add a little dab of glue to make sure it stays. Boom. Hit it with the glue. The tricky part is not hitting the other florals with it. That's why I like a smaller glue gun. Now we're going to go with one with an actual stem. It's a little bit easier to put in. We'll see how far this gets in. All right. Okay, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. I need a little hint of white down here at the bottom. I can definitely see that. And a little bit of leaves. So I'm going to go this smaller piece. Just got some tiny little flowers on there. There we go. There's a little of that coming out. Put that down there a little bit. There we go. This I want to spread out a little bit more. There we go. So I got berries up here, and I want the berries down here. I didn't want them right next to each other. It's a little close. What I like about this is, I mean, it's all bendable. I want to make it bend a little bit so it doesn't look like completely stiff. Okay. I do have some white left, and I'm probably going to come back later, but for right now I want to focus on getting in the reds. All right. I don't want to go too far. Here we go. All right. I will not burn myself. I will not burn myself. Oh, shut up, Linda. You're going to burn yourself. Alrighty. I'm going to build up and go a little bit taller with the next set. So I've got these berries coming in here. I'll probably go like a little higher. I can pull off about that. I know I could save time with the glue pot, but I don't trust myself. It's my new song. There we go. And sometimes if you punch it in a little too hard, you can always bring it back out. And I do always have those blue florals too, if I need. And I think I've got another bush of the reds. But so far I'm liking this. So now I'm going to go over on this side. Let's see. I like that this one's already got a nice curve to it because of the way I accidentally put it in the bag. So let's see. I'm going to take a smidgen. I want to keep this one a little bit longer. So I'm not going to take off too much there. Just gave it a little bit of a haircut. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm going to need a little wine here, though. Glue in, glue in. Alright, now I'm going to do the other side. I usually do the back last, that way if I run out of something and I got to substitute, it's not as noticeable. Plus I'm just lazy. Shouldn't re-tag myself, the lazy crafter. Not lazy, just, you know, I'm lazy. Life already takes too much effort, so... Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to pop over and see. Okay, I got 4 left. I want to see if I have any more. So hold on. I'm coming back. Don't worry. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I do. In case I run out. I got another bush. Yay. Got a whole other bush. Yay. I should check the comments right now. Sorry. I'll go back. I gotta take my glasses off too to read these because apparently I'm blind. No, it's not for a grave. This is just for a table arrangement. Oh, good morning from Alabama. Well, hello from Illinois. Illinois is cold. It is cold up here right now. We don't likey this. It is definitely not the temperature it's supposed to be here. We had a little bit of snow yesterday morning. Mother Nature, she don't know what she is doing. She's crazy because I couldn't believe it. I looked out and I'm like, that looks like snow on the top of the roofs. And it was. It's supposed to get warmer this week, but it's still, I think it's going to be, a high of 53 today, which, you know, yay for that. I've never had the air conditioning and the heat on in the same day so far, but I did it this week. Okay. I think I'm going to put another white one here. I'm feeling it. I need to put a white one in. I'm going to go a little bit smaller. There we go. Oh, and you know what I need? Guys, momentous occasion. I just finished that bag of glue sticks. Oh, the exciting lives we lead. Makes me realize how much stuff I've made. I keep everything I've made in a spreadsheet since like 2018, I think. And I think I'm up to 750 different items that I've sold at craft shows and whatnot on Etsy. And I'm going to come back because I think I need a bit more red in here. Let's go back. Let's go to the back now. I think I'm going to put a nice tall one right in there. Trim a little bit off. I thought this would be nice, you know, if someone has an entryway table and they want to have something to put on there, this would make a really nice piece for that. You could put it in the center of your table. You know, I think that will look cute there, on a bookshelf, on a mantle. Granted, your mantle has to be, I think, 12 inches deep, because that's about how deep this is. But that would be pretty that way as well. Okay. So, oh. Hey, let's take the tag off. Let's not mini pearl this thing, okay? Does anybody remember who Mini Pearl is? If you're under 50, you probably don't. Oh, Lord. All right, I'm actually going to use the smaller one, I think. I like to push I like ones where you can actually push up the florals or the leaves on there, because that way I don't want to lose the greens, you know. I like the greens. The leaves kind of help cover some stuff at the bottom, so why would I want to get rid of that? Sometimes you can pull off a layer, though. You don't want to have too much green where it looks like it's choking at the bottom. I used to do that up until very recently, like yesterday. There we go. Poking that in there. I don't want to sell this. I want to keep this. It's so cute. I think we need a touch of red right in here. All right. So let me snip that off. Yeah, definitely did not need to put blue flowers in here. I think this was more than enough. The blue. There we go. Now I'm going to the other bush, taking some off of here. I think I'm going to take one of the layers off of the, well, maybe not, of the green. This one's going to go fill in kind of right down here. I'm going to make a spot. I have a consultant call I got to get on in a little bit, so hopefully this won't take too much longer. Okay, I need some white. Which frankly, I don't think, there we go. I'm like, I don't need that tube. I don't need the tube. I will not hot glue myself. There we go. Okay. Need a little red. Take a little touch of red right in there. A small touch of red though. Here we go. Yeah. Almost done, guys. Doesn't take very long. And the hardest part is actually going to the store and finding your supplies. And then, now the spray foam, some people don't like it. I do, because I'm lazy, and also I want to make sure that that's on there, like that ain't going nowhere kind of thing. All right, I need a tall one for the center, which is my nicest looking bunch. Yeah, of course it's going to be the one with the tag on it. Okay, here we go. It drives me nuts where they always stick the tags, and you got to like pull them off the stems, and sometimes they don't come off very willingly. It's a pain. I want to kind of go right in the center with this one. Okay, that's a little much on the stem. Let's come down a little bit. Yep, all right. That should be good. Glue in the stem. After I get this one in, we'll take a look around. Okay, I'm going to pull away the florals and get away the scraps, and let's take a look and evaluate where we feel we might need to put some more in here. And I'll move it back. I can't move the camera back, but I can move back the arrangement. So, that's the top. So this is the front. I already feel like I need a little something right here. That's the side. Looking good. Going around the back. I think we're good on the side and back. Oh, I want a little bit of something right in there. A little bit of something. A little small, a small little bit. I don't want to see that spot. Here we go. It's always good to go back and reevaluate and kind of see what I've done. You can always put more in later, but sometimes it's hard to. There we go. Now I've got that blue as kind of like a nice dividing line between the two. Okay. Now I think I want the blue there. I think I'm going to pull these white ones down here. Not happy with this space right over here. So I think maybe it needs a little bit of red and a little bit of white. But I don't want to do too big of a red. So I'm going to, there we go. I'll probably put in a red and a white and call it a day. It's funny, people say call it a day. Well, what else are you going to call it? All right. Bring some of the greenery down. I don't want to make it look like it's choking. But I do feel like I want just a little bit more, just a little bit of white right in here. And I have one stem left, guys. I got one left, and it's stuck in this tube. All right, I think I got to clip it off the tube and then pull it out. All right, I'm clipping it off the tube. Boop, there it comes. Yep. So I'm going to trim probably about that much. Guys, I'm so in love with this one. I don't want to get rid of it. I mean, I'm not getting rid of it. I want to find it a new home. I want it to be my home. But that's the hard part about making stuff and then selling it is, you know, you get attached. But, all right, I'm going to move some of this around just a little bit. All right, now we get to go with a little bit of the fun stuff. Okay, I kept the best for last. Okay, these are a no. These are way too big. Like, woo! No, way too big. But I have some stars and some rockets, so we're gonna put in the stars and the rockets. Hold on, just one moment, please. I still have an hour and 12 minutes before my call. I am good. All right, so we're gonna, I don't think I need to cut this down, but I think I'm gonna kind of go like one here and one here on either side, and then I'll put some of the rockets in. So we're gonna go and glue this baby. See where I want to put her in. I think she wants to go in. She wants to go in right here. Right here. All right. Perfect. You don't really see the stem. You want to make sure you push with the stem. Never push by what's on top, because that thing will snap. And then you will be pissed. All right. So that next one should go probably right in. Yeah, of course, there's like a million things in the way here. Nope, that's too long. I gotta trim some off, guys. Trim just a little off because there's so much in there. Trying to get it through is not working, and that's okay. If you don't like where it is when you put it in, just pull it out. There, I like it. There, kind of looks even. Okay, now I have 3 rockets. It's got this little thing on there, but I don't need to show all of that. So I'm going to trim this down to about here. This is very thin, so it should stay, but I'm making sure I put glue all the way down. Make the spot for your thing to go in before you stick your finger in there. Ask me how I know. All right, I do want these to come out a little bit. There we go. You can see it just a little bit there. Okay. Now I'm going to have one going this way and one going the other way. So that one, I'll trim it about here. And then I'll take what I cut off. Yeah, and that roughly goes to about here. All right. Just a little bit more, guys. And I got the fun stuff in. That's the fun part. Like, the last stuff you put in is usually the most fun. And then I'll go back and answer questions, if there are any. Like, Linda, why are you so weird? Why aren't you answering the questions as you go? Because I forgot to bring my iPad down. And I'm a dork. Okay. Last one, I'm probably going to put like right around here. All right, I got to make sure I get these little thingies out of the way. There we go. It's little, I don't know, smoke trails, I guess you call it. Okay, come on, smoke trails, come out. I don't want to hide them. I mean, like, they're not like the main focus of the thing, but they're there and they're cute. And I also want them to look organized and not like I'm just shoving these things in at the last minute, which is exactly what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, all right, I think that's it. So here is our finished product. So here's the front. Okay, it's our front little rocket there. Make sure I don't need any more red. Guys, I need another red. I need another red. Right in here. Sometimes when you add stuff, it changes where things sit, and then you notice that there's an unsightly hole. There we go. And maybe I can pull this white one down a little bit, and pull that one, red one down a little bit. Oh, so much better, so much better. I love it. Check that out. Going around the side. Again, I want to put one in there. Here's where I tend to start overstuffing. So I'm really trying to evaluate, okay, is it really absolutely necessary? This one I feel like it was a yes. Okay. Now going around the back. I wish I had one more white. I would have put it right in here, but I don't, so I'm going to try to move this one a little bit. There we go. Kind of, it breaks up the red a little bit. Okay. going around. Here we go. All right. And there we go. That is our finished little arrangement. There we go. And I can bring it a little closer so you guys can see. Here, I'm going to do this. Okay, here you go. Do, do, do. Do, do. I feel like Vanna White. Here we go. There's the top. Here we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. All righty. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Facebook and TikTok, and you can also see all of my available creations at sweetariadecor.com.